If you're pouring your heart into your podcast, but still struggling to turn those listeners into paying clients, I've got something just for you. Imagine having a clear, simple plan to turn your listeners into buyers without relying on a huge audience or spending hours on social media. That's exactly what we'll create together in a podcast profit plan discovery call. During this free 20-minute call, I'll help you discover more opportunities for profit in your podcast and give you the next best step to turn your show into a client attracting machine. If I've got an offer that will help you expedite this process, then we can also discuss working together. Book your free podcast profit plan discovery call now by going to podcastingformoms.co/profit plan or by clicking the link in the show notes. I can't wait to chat with you. You know that awkward moment when someone says they love your podcast but can't remember a single episode that they've listened to? Oof. If that's ever happened to you, then this episode is your blueprint for keeping your listeners hooked from start to finish. Let's jump in. Welcome to Podcasting for Moms, the show for moms in business ready to start, grow, and scale a podcast that turns their listeners into buyers. I'm Jenny Soneson, a podcast strategist and fellow mom entrepreneur. You're in the right place if you want to learn how to start and grow a podcast that attracts your ideal clients and really does the heavy lifting for you when it comes to selling your offers, all while balancing life as a busy mom. Are you ready to create a podcast that grows your income, impact, and influence? Let's make podcasting work for you because as moms, we know how to get things done. All right, let's jump into the episode. Hey there, welcome back to Podcasting for Moms, the show where we keep podcasting simple, strategic, and sustainable for busy moms who want to grow a meaningful brand and business without burning out. Today's episode is one that hits home for a lot of podcasters, especially if you've been creating consistent content, but your numbers just aren't matching your effort. We're talking about why listeners aren't sticking around and how to fix it. So if your downloads are okay, but you're noticing short average listen times, people dropping off halfway, or zero messages or DMs after publishing an episode, this one's for you. Let's jump in. So let's start with a little tough love, because I say this with all the love in the world. Podcast listeners are busy, just like us. They're juggling kids, work, dinner, grocery runs, you name it. So if we don't grab and hold their attention, they're going to move on to the next thing on their to-do list. So if people are dropping off, it's not because you're not valuable. It's often because we haven't structured our content in a way that makes them want to keep listening. And the good news, that's fixable. So let's talk about the top 5 reasons people might be tuning out and what you can do to keep them hooked. Number 1, your hook isn't strong enough. If the first 30 to 60 seconds aren't clear, compelling, or relevant, people peace out. Instead of opening with a generic welcome or your life story, try this. Start with a bold statement. Ask a relatable question, or tease a juicy takeaway coming later in the episode. Example, if you've ever felt like you're shouting into the podcast void, today's episode is going to show you exactly how to fix that. Number 2, you're burying the value. If listeners have to wait 10 minutes to get to the good stuff, they just won't. So cut the fluff and get to the point. Move your most valuable tip or insight up. Your story can still be woven in, but lead with what's in it for them. Number 3, the episode structure is loosey-goosey. Rambling, unclear transitions, or jumping from one thing to the next with no real roadmap, that loses people really fast. Try mapping out your key talking points in advance. Try mapping out your key talking points in advance. Even if you love speaking off the cuff, having a loose structure helps your message land and makes it easier for listeners to follow along. Number 4, you're not reinforcing why it matters. If people don't understand how your content connects to their real life, they won't stay engaged. So throughout the episode, remind them these couple things. This matters because here's how this helps you as a busy mom. This simple tweak could save you hours a week. Those are just a couple examples that you could use. Make the benefit for them super clear and repeat it in different ways. Number 5, you're not giving them a reason to come back. Every episode should give them a mini transformation and a reason to return. You can do this with a teaser for next week's episode, a challenge or an action step, or a reminder to check out a resource that supports what they just learned. Here's a quick formula you can follow starting with your next episode. Number 1, nail your intro. Hook them with a strong opening and preview what's coming. Number 2, deliver on your promise. Share your content clearly and confidently. Number 3, reinforce the value. Keep tying it back to their pain points and goals. Number 4, create many moments. Break up your content with stories, takeaways, or direct questions like, can you relate to this? And number 5, end with purpose. Give them something to do, think about, or look forward to. Here's your homework. Pull up your last 1 to 2 episodes and ask yourself these questions. Did I open with something compelling? Was the value obvious within the first 2 minutes of the episode? Did I wander or did I guide them? Did I give them a clear takeaway? And would I listen to this all the way through if I were my ideal listener? If the answer is no, it's okay, because the magic of podcasting is that every week is a new chance to connect more deeply and do it better. So, if you've been wondering why listeners aren't sticking around, I hope this gave you some clarity and, more importantly, a few simple changes that you can make today. Your message matters, your voice deserves to be heard, but it's not just about hitting record. It's about crafting a listening experience that sticks. And if you want a little help tightening up your episodes, boosting your bingeability, and turning your podcast into a client converting machine, I'd love to support you inside the Moms Behind the Mic Society. This is my low-cost membership community that helps you start, grow, and scale your podcast without burnout. To check out the society, you can head to podcastingformoms.co/society. If you found this episode helpful, it would mean the world to me if you left a quick rating and review or shared it with a podcasting mom who needs it. I'll see you next week, and until then, keep showing up, keep speaking up, and keep sharing your story. You've got this. Thank you for tuning into Podcasting for Moms. I hope today's episode gave you the tools and inspiration you need to make your podcast work smarter, not harder. If you love what you heard, be sure to subscribe and leave a review. It means the world and helps other moms in business find the show. For more tips, resources, and support, head to podcastingformoms.co. Remember, you're not just building a podcast, you're building your legacy. Until next time, friends.